You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. And no other better freaking place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch with no other than a dynamic duo, Laz and Jack.
And greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we don't know how to read a clock any day of the week.
That's not true.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Welcome to Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
That is right. I like that. I think we got to use that as a new tagline from now on. So we can interpret the news so you don't have to. Here on NBNN.
I forgot where I stole that from. It's something I think on Comedy Central or something.
I don't know.
Like
we did something the other day, and it just fell in and stuck. And, we like it. What can I say? And anyway, for the record, today is April 27, 2016 here in Shroud and the Avatar. How's everybody doing today? We got a few people joining us in studio today. Everybody want to say hello?
Hey, it's Shroud.
Yeah,
hey,
Jack.
Jade's here.
Jack had to blow the intro.
I don't know what you're talking about. I did not blow the intro.
Talking about time.
Yeah, Jade's here. We got two scantily dressed ladies today.
It speaks. It doesn't just make noise.
Me?
No, yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, we hear you.
Cool.
We can hear you.
See ya.
See, Jade is trying out for the latest Verizon commercial. Can you hear me now?
Can you
hear me now? Which I think I use as a testament to bad service.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right,
I never really did get that quite well. Yeah. Do you hear me now? It's like, well, okay. No.
I guess I wasn't hearing you before. What?
Yeah. I don't know. But anyway, moving right along. Spotty cell phone coverage. And we also have Blood Omen, who is joining us in game and in Twitch. So that's always good. Look at this. Sintil's with us as well. He's actually having lunch. Chicken Alfredo and fried calamari. Sure.
I'll take the chicken Alfredo. I'll pass on the seafood.
Yes, me too.
Yeah. His Blood Omen says, what happened to that guy in the glasses? I don't know. What guy is he talking about?
Which guy was wearing glasses?
I don't know. Maybe he's wondering about. Maybe he's seen a few early on where I used to have my glasses on like this, and
Oh yeah.
Back in the day, I used to wear the glasses just a little bit more.
Yeah. And for those of you that don't know, our Casey will not be joining us more than likely. He does have a broken hand.
Yes.
He was involved in a rollover car accident yesterday, so we wish him a speedy recovery.
We do. We were texting with him last night, and he was complaining like his old lively self about how the other driver pulled out in front of him as he was making a turn into the shopping center, causing the flip over. But
the flip over in the shopping center? Really?
Flipped over. She T-boned him and flipped his car over right in the middle of the road. Yeah.
And
I've got a picture.
What a trip.
Yeah, so I spoke with him last night. He says, I got the dash cam footage, and the dash cam footage will show she was in the wrong. It was all her fault, damn it.
Can we see it?
Oh, I don't have it. I
told him. How do you get flipped over in a parking lot, for God's sake?
He wasn't in a parking lot for the third time.
To pull into this. Yeah.
Smart car.
He was turning into a parking lot, and the lady came out and T-boned him. She was in a rush. She punched it trying to get out ahead of something and blew it.
Was she
Yeah,
on the
like I said,
phone?
Mark
But anyway,
She was probably on the phone too.
yeah,
Both
as
on
well.
the phone.
SUV meets SUV equals something's getting turned over.
Yes, yeah, I saw the picture as well, and while it did flip the car, it didn't do a whole lot of damage. At least it didn't seem. Did quite a bit to the side, passenger side where it got hit, and the Mercedes that hit him looked like it had minimal front end damage. There's probably more damage to the engine than there is anything else from that. But
So he broke his hand, huh?
yep, that's what I hear.
Sucks.
Went in to go have his hand looked at, so nut butter production will be down
Yep.
over the next couple of weeks.
Very
the
low.
next couple of days.
As Casey is out, yes, the nut butter production
So
will be reduced.
that means there will be a slight increase in the market price out there
I have
due
mine
to a shortage.
comfortable though already.
Have to help out with that, I guess.
So
Well,
Jack,
if you left, it would also completely dry up.
So Jack, what do we want to start with today? We got several things on the plate today. We were actually talking about a couple articles from yesterday.
You know what? I'm going to completely derail the train because something was just posted, and that would be the release 29 instructions,
which we figured
So,
would be out
you know,
just about this time of the day. So let's get those out for the good folks. That's exactly what we were planning on. I love it when a plan comes together. I love this shit.
I know.
I love this shit.
Yeah.
It's magic.
So the release 29 instructions are now official, so we are more than welcome to talk about new features as well as new things that are listed in the instructions.
Please read this message in its entirety.
Yeah.
So we'll pause the show for 10 minutes.
Oh boy.
No.
Me.
Yeah,
Me. Off.
Okie dokie.
Where is me off?
Okay.
No. Leave me off out of this, will you? Jeez. It's hard enough getting a good camera angle here. Let alone he's got this damn thing
My tongue hanging
on my
out.
screen over here.
Big tongue.
This tongue hanging out.
Monster. Carrie likes it.
The real question is,
like it. Yes.
so let's see, where were we at?
Reading.
I will say that instructions themselves have been updated considerably to include the new friend request. I just quickly scrolled through it on my screen, and I mean, it's like, let's scroll through it as fast as we can, as well as so that everything's in the instructions has actually been updated. So those are now correct. But are you ready to start going through?
I can be ready here in just a second. I've got it up on screen.
Waiting on you. You've got it up on screen?
I do.
By screen. So we do have release 29. We do have a picture of Brittany. This is a new one. And from there, in here he says the biggest and most obvious change is to targeting, which now uses a reticle in the center of the screen and makes interaction modal. Hitting the tab key or invoking any interface window will cause the game to play almost exactly as before, but this is still a very big change. For a while now, we have tried to avoid making our game modal. To date, we have solved that by requiring mouse look by holding down the right mouse button. This means that you can always have a cursor, but it makes targeting hard, especially for ranged combat. I don't know who was complaining about that.
I don't know who complained about that, because everybody I know loved it.
Huh.
Because this is the way that this is the complaint that he's talking about. So I want to target Carrie Death. I click on her. Now she's targeted. I run around. She is still targeted. Why would someone be... But if I click on Scrota, he is now targeted. Why would people be complaining about that? And I can sit there and target
you can't
people.
do that
But
anymore.
Yeah, you can't. That behavior right there is no longer permissible in the new targeting system.
Now, there's still a big thing going on. We're waiting for a patch out on QA today to see if they've addressed some of the other issues along with this. And while still not totally happy and still not totally comfortable with what's going on with this change, just right off the top.
So
if they make a couple more improvements, we may actually have it. But if they can't make those improvements, they've blown the whole system, in my opinion.
This is the part that I really am contentious with. Additionally, most modern 3D games use free mouse look and use a modal interface to bring up a cursor for interactions, inventory, etc. I want to know what games he's talking about.
Yes, we've heard all sorts of terms. We've heard industry standard. We've heard intuitive. We've heard, all this stuff about it. But you know what? While there may be this kind of factor in first-person shooters, absolutely. I don't know of any games with our kind of fantasy role-playing game genre that do this to you.
No.
Well,
at least not that I've played.
Elder Scrolls Online was that way. It worked pretty well.
Which is one of the two that people can actually cite. So, okay, we have a couple out there that people can actually cite, have a system like this. But we're being told this is an industry, this is what people do. This is intuitive. And you know what? Everybody I know is complaining that this is not intuitive, this is not something they see in other games, and it's not something they want. But anyway, let's go ahead and go on with that.
And it's one where it's like you should use, if you're going to say that you're using industry standard configs, don't use a configuration from that is completely asinine that doesn't let me rebind keys easily.
Well, we're waiting for possible changes to that today.
As well as
it's called restructuring.
I need the ability to rebind every single key in the game, like I can with Counter-Strike, or you can sit there and it's like, hey, you're giving me a reticle like in Counter-Strike. Unfortunately, I'm not shooting people. I don't have a gun. The Cobalt cannon is inoperable.
Use a bow.
And realistically, who shoots a bow with a reticle? And I'm not talking about the new compound bows that
with the sight on it, scope sight on the bow.
Scope.
Yeah, these days they've got freaking lasers on.
I'm not talking about those units. And Casey, we kind of hear you.
Yeah, Casey.
Yeah, you're low volume, Mr. Broken Hand. Chief Broken Hand, you low volume.
Sorry, my beats are in the flipped over vehicle. I'll check in if I get home in time.
Yeah.
So, where are you now?
Flip it over.
I am riding in a crappy Dodge Dart rental with two 55-gallon barrels.
Oh. So he gets rolled over yesterday, and he's out now, already out on the road, doing more.
Still got one good hand,
and talking to us while he's out on the road.
Texting, eating a sandwich.
So, this is really funny. Please note that you do not have to keep the reticle on directly top of the target to hit it. Once you have a target identified, you just need to have them in your forward arc and in range to hit them, unless you pan the camera to the side.
That's right. We're back to this lock camera BS. Okay. Now, again, we went over this.
Situational awareness going.
Yeah,
but I just read exactly what Star wrote. You do not need to have the target always on top of the target.
Yeah.
It's currently you do. You cannot pan around. So which means that we need to bug report that like 50 cajillion times. We know that many of you have concerns about this change. Everyone I've spoken to.
Yes.
Every
single person we've spoken to has some kind of concern about this change. And I can't help myself, but not many of them are positive. I'm sorry. We talk to a lot of people, and maybe I read all the feedback. Bad move this late in the game. Bad move. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and move on.
It's just a
The next
little
big
late,
change
that's
was
all.
related to land and housing. Since the addition of player-owned towns, the amount of potential available land has greatly increased, and therefore increased potential demand for more lot deeds has been created. However, that land is only potential, not guaranteed, until the owner puts down lot markers and unlocks the lots. So we still have to be very careful on how we add deeds to the game to make sure those who purchase deeds have a place to use them. So we are adding pot-only lot deeds, as normal lot deeds sell out in-game. Portalarium will sell limited quantities of pot-only lot deeds in the game, and the add-on store deeds, blah, 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 blah. Okay, this is one where...
That's a re-site.
This is one where we actually end up with a huge bone of contention. Because if they gate the number of possible lot deeds in the game, if I quit the game, my house is going to expire at some point in time, which means that you need to be available to have a lot deed in your inventory as soon as my house disappears, so you can claim the lot.
Claim the land. That's right.
With the gated system, they're sitting there saying, because they also talk about eventually that we're going to go to a lottery-based system.
Well,
So that means that because there's the potential for
here's
this,
the
my
problem
lot
with that
to open up.
scenario, and I've finally worked that. But what happens is there's always going to be more land than deeds, so that's never going to be a problem because there's not going to be enough deeds to cover all the empty spaces. There's always going to be more empty space.
That's because they are limiting the amount of deeds available.
Absolutely. So
But
it's
one
anybody
where
who ever
that
gets
actually-
a deed will always have a place to live, which I think is a little weird. I mean, I understand it's nice to guarantee that, but I don't think that creates a real estate rush. I don't think it creates any kind of trading system, because once I get land, I'm not going to give it up. Why would I move? Because I finally got a lot deed that's not available anymore or is in limited supply. I'm not selling that. I'm not moving that.
Yeah. No, and that actually makes it so that way I'm become more of a slumlord.
Yeah, well,
to where it's like, you know what? I'll give you permissions to my house,
Row House City.
but I'm going to charge you an extreme amount of money.
Got a little Guns N' Roses there. Take me down.
Yeah. Take me down to Paradise City, baby.
Paradise City.
Quest.
We'll call it Slumlord City.
That's right.
Nut Butter King.
Let's see how good he is.
Uh-oh. Justin's angry.
Uh-oh.
So
That's just what I got to say.
The next thing is actually something that we have had very, very positive feedback about. When they looked at crafting and the use of crafting stations in list mode.
Absolutely.
And the feedback I have gotten about the crafting and the list mode and the displaying of the recipe book in the crafting window has been phenomenal. So this should let players explore the new expansions to alchemy with tool engraving and enchantments much more easily. And I do know one person that was able to enchant something 3 times on their first attempt, and someone else that was blowing things up like 30, 40 times.
I was going to say, yeah. I was part of that conversation last night, and that was funny as hell because...
Were you in the one where the guy enchanted it 3 times the first time?
Right, boom, right off the bat, yeah. That was after
boom.
Ash failed like 3,000 times. Was it Ash or was the other guy?
Yeah. It was Ash that failed 3,000 times.
Yeah,
but I wasn't going to say that.
But moving right along.
So
yes,
they have added 40 more scenes, including the Crypt of the Avatar, which actually completes the love line, the love quest line, which is the first of the 3 major quest lines that has been finished.
Woohoo.
So the love storyline is now playable from start to finish, and many more NPCs have unique stories to tell you. They're testing out lot selections in 30-minute windows. So
when you log in tomorrow, don't expect to be placing your house immediately.
Now, did he
Unless you're
include that
looking at-
list down here? I didn't scroll all the way down like you did in anticipation, but I know there was a
yes,
list.
he did.
The list is there. Okay, cool.
Yes. So
I wonder what it
Where
says
was
if
I?
it's not your time yet.
because I just scrolled down.
It-
Okay. So
Yeah, they say it's going to give you an error
thank
message
you,
or something.
everybody.
Is it a
Yeah.
QT thing? Or is
So
it
remember, yep. I just skipped all the way down to where it says release 29 April 28th, so that way we can go
I'm
over
there.
in detail the stuff.
I am
So
there.
full wipe, remember? Full wipe except social, so they are not wiping guilds, or not wiping friends list. We do have the new friends list coming in. Don't forget, it will be, if you sent or received a friends list and you need to approve it, it will be green. If the person is a mutual friend, it will be a white name. If they have not logged on, it's gray, and a few other things. So, and this is going to be a little bit weird because you are going to have to go to your bank and click the claimed in game to claim all of your rewards.
Cool.
So make sure and be prepared. Don't forget, they are wiping the add-on store tonight and tomorrow morning. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, sing along time, right?
Yeah, it's good.
It's not that
experience
portion of the
bonus
show
is
yet, Jack.
2x. Oh, wow. Okay, experience bonus is going to be 2x instead of the 4x that we have been experiencing. So they're
Weaning
trying to
everybody
wean us
off.
off.
That's right.
You know what? They should have just
The team.
excised it and just cut it off.
I think we should have just
entirely.
went cold turkey, let everybody get used to it
Yeah.
now. Because, boy, are we going to hear people
I-
complaining later on.
You know what? I'm sorry to say, but 2x experience and 2x it still skews the data metrics for the leveling and everything else.
Now, I don't know if you
that-
see it in here, but I know that they also mentioned they're taking the caps off of skills this release.
Yeah.
To actually see if anybody
This-
can go crazy beyond those limits, even at 2 times
Yeah.
skill gain. So it's going to be interesting to see who's out there at 4 times skill gain. I think Kendrick told me he was at some insane number of GM skills this past release. It's going to
I
be
know he had
interesting to see.
30 something.
Yeah, it was in the 30s,
He may
and
have more.
he had a ton more that were just sitting at 99 that he locked because he didn't want to advertise how many had actually been that high.
Oh, that's funny.
Yes,
That's funny.
yes. So he spent an hour. Actually, I see him joining in your chat. As a matter of fact, speaking of devil, look at that. Hi, Kendrick. How many
Where's he
GMs
at?
are you at now? Can you answer that for us in chat there?
Yeah, and then please include the 99s, and remember we do have 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Delay.
he'll get that in a
Um,
second.
The 99?
Yeah, so please answer that in chat as soon
Yeah,
as you can.
what skills he's got at 99?
Gotcha.
So, like I said before, the love storyline is the first playable, and Brittany, which is the capital, remember, it's the home of Arabella, who is Richard Garriott's wife, Letitia Garriott.
What?
And eventually, she will actually have her own head in game.
That's weird.
Yes.
Said it wasn't last. I said it wasn't.
I never said that.
Oh, it must have been some other last. Never mind.
I said that Lord British wasn't living in this castle. Arabella, the character that you meet up on the island, Isle of Storms, is the person who lives in this castle, and Lord British lives elsewhere. That's all I said. I didn't say it wasn't his wife.
Yeah,
So,
wasn't here.
Kendrick is going to take the approach that come to the Virtue League tonight, and you'll see he has a few. So
Nice
it
one,
is a
Kendrick.
good plug
Nice
for the
one.
Virtue League. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes, we'll talk
We do
about
have
that
Jade
coming up here shortly.
and we will be talking about that. Yeah. So the Crypt of the Avatar. Remember that makes the love storyline playable to the very end,
is a single player instance at the bottom where you will. Hey, imagine that! I've read about this. I know exactly what's in there,
Spoiler.
but I'm not telling. Oh, and he says that he took the 99s to GM for fun yesterday, so
Yes,
we will
I
see
know.
how many he really has. Yes.
So
So this is going to be very, very fun.
So we will update you on that tonight at the event. It's going to be happening. We'll be telling you more about that here shortly. But moving
Yes.
right along.
So the underground network, this is going to be actually really cool as far as what's going on. They have added underground areas, dungeons, sewers, and mines as mostly standalone scenes seemingly filled with random resources and randomly connecting to other underground scenes. As of this release, the randomness begins to go away as we start embracing a grand underground plan. I like that.
I've been
Grand
telling everybody
underground.
about it for months and
Yes.
months now. Nobody's listening
Hey,
to me.
we no one listens to you. That's because we read the news and interpret it for our audience.
Yeah. I mean, I've been telling everybody,
they miss-
underground. Forget control points. Underground. Underground. I've been telling them for months.
You know what? We should just ask Led Zepp what you're talking about. Hey, Led
talking
Zepp,
about, Willis?
what is Laz talking about?
Hey, Led Zepp's lost.
See,
I don't even know if he's here.
he's so lost. He's no
Hey,
longer at the.
Willis,
You
Step
see,
away.
you're right. He's not even listening to me. You know.
Exactly. So it's like that's how awesome he is.
I want
So
you to
the
talking about me?
so okay.
Is this thing on?
Jeez, can't even get coffee around here. Get slammed. Okay.
So we have the travel within underground sectors, all shared. General purpose underground areas will be grouped in small sectors. Many underground areas within a sector will connect to other areas within the same sector. Then you'll have to travel across underground sectors with connection passages between sectors that are rare and always behind a locked door. And each door can only be opened by a key obtained from a single key bearer located somewhere in the scene. Currently, those keys are reusable, but eventually they'll become single-use objects. Think magic items. Just that way we don't break Laz's immersion.
You're breaking my immersion, man.
Don't touch
Key's
my
a key. If I
immersions.
put the key in my
Magic
pocket,
Mike.
it stays there.
That's
Magic
magic
keys.
Mike.
Magic Mike keys.
I
I
hope it
believe those are called
disappears.
dollar bills.
My mic
Those are
is
dollar bills that
modulating.
disappear. Yes. Okay, the cross-sector connection passages will be underground scenes all their own, although moderately sized, each will have a bounty of resources. And we have a couple of looks at those with the Spindrift Passage and the Pilatus Passage. The smarter resources, so they've actually looked at the distribution of harvestable resources and said, you know what, it really doesn't make sense for this to be spawning in this area, like black pearls in a woodland scene. And you know what, let's go ahead and fix that.
Yeah.
Then you've got the Rise. Another change to the related underground network is that the Rise has moved to its permanent home underneath the Forsaken Vale in Verdantis, and it is right next to the town of Jackson, I believe.
Jackson?
It's temporary.
What?
Yes, Jackson is right next to it.
Oh, Jackson.
Action
Yeah,
Jackson.
I know. It's I wonder who owns that awesome town. Its temporary connections to the Western Novia underground scenes have been replaced with access points in Superstition Canyon. That's actually where it's right next to. The North Varasala foothills, the Verdantis mines, and Resolute sewers. So
Okay,
they have
Jackson
added
the
several
underground
towns as well
passage
as
to the world at his fingertips there.
yeah. Last night on the QA, I did not see the mines available, so it may be something that it's only accessible through one of the other scenes. I don't know. So, but we do end up with a bunch of 40 new scenes that come in, and then they've done a bunch of scene polish, including the town of Skrek now has inhabitants. Yep. The updated the Timberland, Savernac Timberland and Deep Savernac Timberland with additional points of interest. Ardoris has gotten some gondolas, and they removed the ferries to Kingsport, which is now available in Brittany. So no longer, if you live in the southeast of the map, will you be able to get
Surprise.
quickly to Kingsport? That has gone to Brittany.
Hello,
If you pay attention to the
southeastern
map,
people.
it was not one of the trade routes. Unique conversations from many Kingsport NPCs thanks to the community. Brittany Graveyard added mourners, oracle watchers, and wildlife to the scene, and they moved the pot transfer wagons to Brittany. And then Lunar Rifts, they have been upgraded with new visuals and transitions.
Still broken.
Interactive and old items. Still broken? Yes. Sold Owl's Head to Solace Bridge.
Yep.
Anyone? Only? Interactive world items? Yeah. Continue passes through various scenes, making sure all items can be interacted with and or picked up that look like they should be. Food, weapon, tools, etc. And once looted, they can be either used for decoration and or salvaged for crafting materials. I hate spider webs. Propagated more
I
interactive
hate
spider
spiders.
webs to more
Why
scenes.
there have to be spiders?
Oh, this is good. Shard Falls and Ruins. Increased player limits to 128.
Yep, I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Of
I would like
course.
to see that.
I don't think you'll ever see 120
times
people
that.
in one.
You know what? When there might be a reason. Might be.
May see it on a Monday.
After
Maybe
release.
an upcoming Monday.
In upcoming Monday, we might see 128 people in a PvP scene.
Well, quite possible.
So, yep.
But that's Shard Falls and Ruins. That's not towns. So,
I know, but
might
Shard
be,
Falls
might be interesting.
Good. Gotta test that.
But moving
Gotta
right
test it.
along.
Underground resources, they have been updated. Then source scene changes. The town of Jackson is now the source scene changes that they're going to actually be choosing different biomes for the the player run towns. So Fortis End is on the coast, so it is going to be a coastal scene, which is going to be the Pack Slayer template. Northwood is going to be inland, so that is a different template. So they're changing templates based off of where scenes are located, and they're not doing much work on them right now. Eventually they will go back and make each of those unique, eventually, but don't expect it anytime soon. So lot selection sequence, remember that they're 30-minute chunks. It is going to take you a while. So if you are a citizen benefactor, I forgot what number that is that like 63?
Yes, it's up in the 60s. I
Yeah,
can tell you, yes, it actually is 63. If you just bought a citizen benefactor, you would be in lot selection number 63.
So you would not be placing your house until April 29th at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Although it's Central Daylight Time here. I hate this. I hate daylight savings. So player towns that have locked submission forms will appear in the game, and then I'm receiving a text. I wonder if it's from Justin.
It's a text.
Hi,
It's the
Justin.
Justin Express.
And she confirmed that benefactor citizen is 63.
Yes, we know that. Hello, Justin. Thanks for joining us today.
Hello, Justin. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so
I
player
love
owned
this
town.
shit, I tell you.
I love our audience.
Yeah. Well, you know, I just
the
love
fact
the
that they will
tech. You
text
know,
us
we got our
messages
audience listen
and,
while
yeah.
they're at work. You know, I mean, this is the real deal. You
Who
know?
does that? Who the heck does that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, okay, not all of us are retired like
We're
you.
not ratting out our fans on the air.
Well, when I was working, I didn't do that.
You didn't
Phone
work.
rang 24 hours a day. What are you kidding me? Okay. Okay, let's
Play
back
your
to the
own
topic.
town deeds.
Yeah, pot only dot deeds. That is something that spawned 74 pages of bullshit inside of the Dev Plus forums because most people are not in favor of them and not in favor of the gating of the deeds. The coastal player run towns, if we actually look at that, that is going to be based on Forest 01 pot template, which is Pack Slayer. but they have populated it with a bunch of things. And
Yeah, I haven't gone
so
into
that's
look
all
at one of
been done.
those yet. I'll get to that today. We'll cover some of that tomorrow.
Yeah, well, tomorrow we're going to have a ton to cover anyways. So, interior forest pots, PRTs are going to be the grassland, the forested version of the grasslands pot template. So, then new dynamic pots. The
This
town of
list
Jackson was
off
converted
the
to
chain.
mountains finally. I know, it's pretty damn.
This is a list of conversions, name change, hands change. There's a ton of them out there. So some have moved locations, some have changed owners. The whole list
Underwear
is here available.
changes. The hell.
Huh. So,
Oh.
Ashfall Festung is going to become the Virtue Oasis. That's
Yes.
always cool.
Yep.
Yeah, so then let's see, we do have tons and tons of changes, and then performance level of details. They are going to officially begin supporting Windows 10. Finally.
Yeah, they said that a month or so ago.
No, they said they've been saying no, we don't yet officially support it. So now is the announcement that they will officially begin supporting Windows 10. So levels of detail were done in a bunch of player homes, along with low poly collision. And one of the things that's not even listed here, or it might be, is the stepping on stones and stuff like that. But we'll be demonstrating that
Well,
tomorrow.
yeah, we'll be
a
showing
lot
that
because
off.
I like.
We will be showing
Yeah.
that off to you folks, especially since we ain't going to have a set tomorrow.
That's right. Holy crap.
Will we even have a lot?
No.
I can't remember. What time do we? Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah, how long does
we'll
that
be
process
standing
last?
against the wall somewhere.
We'll be leaning
How
up
long
against
ago
the
We'll be
process?
storefront
posting
someplace.
a couple hours after the show. Yeah. Yeah. We'll be standing by the signs that we want to collect. Okay, so
Been there, done
let's
that.
just skip down to the crafting pictures because this is really cool.
Yes, it is. This is one of the nicer
Because
updates here coming out.
Yeah.
And I really like it. It's easy to read.
Yeah.
This is a bit more intuitive than anything
Oh,
else that
that
we've
word.
seen. Moves a little. It's still got a little. It's still a little shaky, but for the most part, very enjoyable, very easy to use, and the
Oh,
multiple
nice.
crafting, comes into play here as
Yeah.
well.
And the
Good
tool
job.
engraving, which are the modifiers, there are currently 3 random modifiers. Eventually, those will be solidified into something a little bit different. So engraving kits that can be used to add properties to tools to increase their effectiveness. Engraving kits are crafted and then dropped onto the tool similar to a repair kit or die. Only one engraving can be active at a time, and you are able to replace the current engraving if you wish. Tool names will now display the effect in the name similar to weapons with effects on them. Right? Was it like something plus for the enchantments?
It was plus,
Yeah.
plus, and plus.
Yeah.
You would see 1
Plus-
plus, 2
yeah.
plus, or 3
That's
plus.
under
but
enchantments.
I haven't actually
Yeah.
seen this physically. We just heard people playing with it and talking
Yeah.
about it last night.
So this new alchemical process uses gold to add properties to arms and armor up to 3 times per items. Remember, this is you get to select from 3 random properties. If success happens, a list of modifiers will be presented to the alchemist, and they manually choose the effect they wish to apply. Also, enchanted items display a plus symbol for each enchantment applied to in the name at the end. Example: iron longsword plus, or copper dagger of lunanism plus.
Right, so that's what I was talking about.
This helps identify. Yeah.
Double plus bad.
One thing I heard yesterday was if you had plus two intelligence, the next one you would not be able to select plus 2 intelligence.
Oh, really?
So you
That
could
sucks.
with like plus 6 intelligence.
Ah,
Yeah, see,
Yeah, no stacking.
that's a little bit
no
of a
stacking.
And
Yeah.
hopefully again, first pass through of this, we'll see how they react to it and how it progresses from here, because this is pretty new.
Yeah, it's not like 2 intelligence is
Yeah,
a hell of a lot.
Let's
I
go
mean,
ahead and knock
higher
out
end, maybe.
the rest
Yeah.
of the alchemy here, and then we'll cut this off at that point.
Yeah.
Then we got to move on to a couple other things here today.
Oh yeah, critical success can no longer be triggered by batch crafting. So in order to actually get a critical, you have to do things as single item crafting
One
only.
at a time.
But now anything can actually be a critical success. So anything can be a critical success.
That's right. So your
New
leather
cookery
strap can be critical.
recipes. Yeah. Ooh, writing desks.
And your leather hide can be
Small
critical.
plain longboat.
Cloak.
My bra is a critical success.
Your coconut bra. That's right.
Your coconut bra is a critical success. That string holding it together had better be a critical success to encapsulate those man boobs.
Our assless chaps.
Where's the drum roll for that one with the cha-ching, the cymbal crash at the end? Yeah, that one needed it.
Doesn't Laz have it?
Yeah, he has it somewhere on his.
Get my drum kit out. My hand.
Yep. New alchemy recipes include the enchantments, the engraving kits, the cure plague poison, cure poison potion, which are good. Then new reticle targeting, free mouse look mode. Now it would be nice if they would actually make it so that potions, you could just drink them straight from your inventory instead of having to have them on your bar.
Yeah, well, that's another topic for another day.
I don't run around with potions ever on my bars, so
Yeah. I just don't see them.
Then
That's what I have for magic.
yep. And we're stopping right there where we get into the discussion of the new reticle targeting
Yes,
free mouse
we're
look
gonna
mode.
we're gonna save that for tomorrow's discussion when we
we're
can
gonna
actually show it to you.
Bitch about that tomorrow.
Yes. But I do want to touch on what's going on later on this evening. We've got Lady Jade joining us here today. Is she ready? Is she listening? She got a mic active? Let us see.
Huh.
Yep, she's talking, but we
Try.
don't hear.
Try refreshing.
I see your button coming up. Yeah, try refreshing the page.
What's racist?
Family Guy's Swedish Baker.
Oh.
I thought we
Any
usually
better?
work.
There
Oh,
she
yeah, I did.
is. There she is.
There you are.
There we go.
Hey guys.
Hello, Jade. How you doing today?
Hi, Jade.
Thanks for joining us.
Doing fine. Today's a special day for us.
And we know that, as we will be out covering this event this evening.
End of season 1.
Yeah, I want
And
to see.
end of Virtue League. That's right. You want to go ahead
End
and
of season 1.
tell
I
us
would.
what's going on this evening?
You betcha. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, the last battle of the Virtue League for Season 1 will be conducted. Afterwards, we have a big ceremony planned where we will be passing out awards to the top 3 contenders. In addition to that, we will be passing out literature. We have learned a lot from Season 1. And we will be passing out literature that will outline some rules and some other stuff about Season 2. We will have a couple of special guests coming. It's kind of a secret, but I'm thinking pink names might be in order. But I'd encourage everyone to come on out, watch the fights, involve themselves in the award ceremony. It'll be a dance. I think Striker Sparhawk is going to be there, and whole bunch of people. It'll be really fun.
Now, is this all going to roll over into Sparhawk's happy hour this evening? Do you know?
Yeah, I believe that is correct.
Okay, so all this is all going to accumulate. It's going to start happen and accumulate. Well, we'll look at the calendar here in a minute. I believe this is all going to run into one nice big event this evening.
Right.
The way I look at the calendar, at least.
Right. About 6:45, you'll be able to teleport to Jade, or Kendrick Darrow, or just whisper me, and we'll get you hooked up with where we're at. The fights are in an underground city, and the award ceremony will be in the city just above that, which now has some sort of German name I can't remember. That's going to be changing to Virtual Oasis. Ashfall Festung. Thank you very much, Jack. So anyway, I hope we get a big turnout.
I knew that part.
Fist what? Fist what?
It's Ashfall Festone.
Oh, for me. I'll write it down.
Where's your mind?
In the gut.
It's he doesn't.
I never
peek
can
above.
pronounce that. I just can't pronounce it. I don't know. Okay, go ahead, Jade.
Yeah, I just hope for a big turnout. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and look forward to seeing you all there.
Yep, we're going to be out there checking it out. We'll be covering it tonight and bringing it to you on NBNN. It's going to be an interesting event, so we're looking forward to it. Also, one of the last events here in Release 28 happening. So it's going to be quite the evening tonight, folks. So don't forget to tune in, come join us, come down and join in on the ceremony and the fights tonight down at the Virtue League. And of course, we'll cover it in the calendar, but it should roll right into happy hour. And of course, Sparhawk will be footing the bill for that one. I'm going to have to put a hurting on his wallet tonight. Well, tonight it's now or never. Every drop of gold you got to spend, or it's going poof tomorrow, so it doesn't really matter. Gotta love the end of the world
I have
nights.
7,000 gold.
Gotta love those end of the world nights.
Yep. Yes, we do. Now, you want to do the calendar because it's so long?
Yeah, well, let's knock that out
Everything?
since we are right on topic. And it is relative to what we're just talking about here.
Yeah, I'll skip the normal spiel about the calendar. Today, between 4 and 6, you can listen to Avatars Radio for DJ Golden Wing, Community Appreciation Wednesday, includes community works that are music, poetry, stories, plays, a little bit of everything, all communities provided. Then at 7 o'clock is the EVL PvP tournament in the Underworld at Ashfall Festin. That is going to be over by Wormsand in the Hidden Vale. And that's it. Remember, Jade just told us that you can teleport or whisper to her about 6:45 p.m. Central Standard Time or New Britannia time. And this is the end of Season 1 of the Virtue League. And after the combat is done, Striker Sparhawk's happy hour is going to be in Ashfall Festum, the above ground scene. And then from there, we have plans for a bunch of devs to maybe show up. Purple names, pink names. Maybe.
Stop it. Look at those tabs you got up, Jack. Holy cow.
That's just one browser, man. It's just one.
Holy shit.
I restarted that was Google Chrome. I remember I also used Firefox, where last time I restarted it, I had 70 active tabs.
Jeez.
Open all tabs.
This is just for Shroud in the show. That all those tabs.
God.
Because I have to include things like time is running out. You have.
We didn't do the bit, man. You're breaking my immersion.
I'm sorry.
Over here.
Sorry. Your immersion. Okay, I'll let you do your bit.
Too late
And
now.
then I'll
Move
just click
on
on
with
random
time
things.
is running out. I gotta get
Nope.
there.
Like I said, I just have it on tabs, so I just click around. It's like, yay!
Yeah,
What's
well,
wrong? Yeah,
I had
but-
to do a reboot very last second there.
Dang all there, I mean.
I see that porn up tab in the corner,
5
Jack.
days.
Is that one?
Excuse me.
5 days left for your lifetime of nut butter.
And my porn's in Firefox, not in Chrome.
Wrong screen.
Time is running out. 5-day countdown for 15% bonus. And the spring 2016 pledge expirations.
There it is.
Yep. Don't forget, new money has the 15% bonus. The pledges that are expiring, the most important one is the Citizen, which is your
first pledge level to get the tax-free Village Lot D as well as a tax-free vendor.
That is right.
So the Citizen Pledge is probably going to be selling tons and tons. I know I picked up a couple extra.
Yeah.
And so did Laz.
I know I got a couple more.
So
those things are worth their weight in gold. Because I know once I place them, I ain't
hope they
moving
are.
them.
Exactly. Okay. What's the next thing that you want to talk about, Laz?
Monday
8 minutes left.
coming up. We got a big stream, big party coming up. We'll see that in the updates tab. Want to just get that out today as well.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Spring
What updates?
Festival of the Avatar Telethon. You know, the one
You mean
that's
your
got that
tongue
real
twister?
short name.
The Spring Festival of the Avatar Telethon, brought to you by our friends over at Portalarium. It is going to last between 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then from there, it may be rated PG-13, or it may even go up to R-rated, depending on how much alcohol is consumed.
That is right. Depending on how much money is raised, how much alcohol these guys consume. Whether they opt for dances or songs over alcohol will be interesting to see. But we got it coming up for you on Monday. Monday. Star-long dancing there.
The special bonuses this time are kind of funny. The /flowers emote rains flower petals. The $25,000 is going to be the flower crown, increases the length of the flowers emote, and at $50,000 the giant butterfly pet.
Ooh.
Remember, you will need to make a $5 purchase from the add-on store. That includes the coins that you could then transfer to a different account.
Yeah.
Something bigger.
Alrighty, moving right along. We got to go ahead and start wrapping it up for today. I want to thank our sponsors out there. And we'll get that up on screen for everybody. I'd like to thank, of course, Ben over at Relics by Rild, relicsbyrild.com for all your Shroud of the Avatar swag. You get your t-shirts, get your hats, get your patches, get your drinkware, get your all sorts of licensed Shroud of the Avatar swag out at relicsbyrild.com. Sodamap.com, Jacob White, our good friend out there, with Sodamap for all your travel needs here in Shroud of the Avatar. Is you'll never get lost with Sodamap. Is just go up to the upper left-hand corner, click on the search tab, type in where your location is. It'll show you right on the map where you are. You can plan your routes around the world. You'll never get lost with Sodamap.com. Our friends over at sodataming.com and sodacraft.com. These guys done all the hard work. They've got all sorts of spreadsheets and information, great little details about crafting and taming. You want to learn how to do it, these guys got the information that you need. Go check them out. And of course, our good friends over at shroudmarketplace.com for all your vendables, collectibles, rares, and other stuff that may be sold out or shortly sold out. Go check them out. Jack, you want to tell us about Shroud Marketplace?
Shroud Marketplace is going to be the place to buy anything related to Shroud of the Avatar. That includes Scrota's music service thing, where you can get Scrota to come out to your event and play anything you want for $1.
We love you long time.
Yes.
$1.
Look for some custom etched glass on
We
there.
love you 1 hour.
Yes, and eventually we will have the
No happy
Shroud
ending?
of the Avatar custom etched glass service by Casey Cupcakes.
That's right.
Yes.
Speaking
And
of
then
happy
from there,
endings.
we also have Laz's Weddings and More out in what's the name of that town that's done in? Is that Snug Harbor, I believe?
Snug Harbor, your island getaway here in Shroud of the Avatar. For all your party, wedding, event needs, we've got a nice island, beautiful beachside. Just waiting
Snug
for you to
sounds
come
tight.
use it.
And pretty soon you'll be able to rent property in the town of Jackson or Hearth off of Shroud Marketplace as soon as I get off my butt and do it. And don't forget, the all-important Hearth of Britannia Cabinet of Virtue is also listed on Shroud Marketplace by Soda Stuff R Us, as well as one other person. I forgot his name. What was it? So these are what people have named their stores. My store is called Cynicist Stuff, so it's a little bit different than everybody else's.
Scrotus thing.
Mine's Jack's Junk.
Now,
No, that's
Blood Omen
that's my
asked a
in-game
question.
vendor.
And we
Yeah.
discussed the gathering on the 13th on May in Austin, Texas. What do we know about that?
Yes, Casey.
I don't know if there's gatherings of players and/or backers in Austin. It's kind of I'm not doing it. So either A, I did it and forgot, which is possible, or somebody's like encroaching on my turf. About to be a turf war.
All right. Well, we'll have to find out more about that, and we will get back to you on that and see what we
What we won't be
find out.
advertising.
Or is that the final Duke meeting at Portalarium as well?
I thought that was the 15th.
I don't
Maybe the
know.
13th. I know the
I have
final
no idea.
Lord of the Manor was just held just about a week ago, and we saw pictures of that. I thought the Duke event was prior to that myself, but I could be wrong on that one. But meanwhile, we got to start wrapping it up here. We've already started to wrap it up. We got to start saying our thank yous to everybody out there. We want to thank, of course, everybody who's here in the studio with us today.
Yeah. Hello. Sorry, I had to say hi to the newest person watching the stream.
Who dat?
Blah 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 blah. Hee hee.
Thank you, everybody, for expressing concern. Am I right?
He should have
Your
finished it
hand.
with blah 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 blah. Hee hee ho ho. That will be his next account name.
Yes,
left-handed
welcome to
now.
the stream. And unfortunately, while we're welcoming you, we're also signing off for today, and we will be back tomorrow. But again, thanks everybody here in the chat room. Carrie, Jade, Led Zepp for coming to join us today. Always nice having you guys listening in and just having the commentary with us. I'd like to thank everybody in the chat rooms. We got Blood Omen out there, of course, until blah, 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 blah. Hey, hey. Kendrick Darrow out there. Thanks everybody who's listening. Thanks everybody who's watching. Thank you everybody who watches us in reruns on YouTube, on Twitch, on our website. We do appreciate it. We do it for you. Jack, you want to go ahead and take us out?
Yes, thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We could not do this without you, and we do it not just for you, but for ourselves. Because we are NBNN, and we interpret the news so you don't have to. So thanks again to everybody watching everywhere. Thank you, Jade, for coming into the show talking about the Virtue League. And don't forget, show up tonight, 7 p.m. for the Virtue League. Thank you. And Casey, I'm glad you made it to the show today.
Yes,
I told everybody you
we're
weren't going to make
glad
it.
to see that you're fine, well, and good, and ornery as always.
At least I'm ornery. Fine, well, and good is relative, but I'm here. How you guys? Thanks for everybody being here. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
And
Alrighty.
Carrie is sad that she did not buy my wood off of Jack's junk. I mean, that was some highly polished wood, and I can't believe you didn't want it.
I'm glad I didn't buy it.
We're going to wrap it up for
So
today around here.
Carrie did talk during the show. We
Yes,
got her
she
to say
did.
something.
Wow.
Alrighty, folks, we're out of here for today. I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
It's Casey Cupcakes.
And Scroda.
And we are NBNN. Stay tuned to NBNN for more news, sports, entertainment, crazy wild happenings. We'll bring in you the finale and the Virtue League and the awards ceremony later on this evening. So make sure you come and join us for that. And of course, we've got Release 29 hot for you tomorrow morning. We don't know where we're going to be bringing it to you from, but we will be bringing it. You better believe it. Till then, we'll see you all next time. Thanks for joining us. I love this shit, man. It's going to be crazy tomorrow.
I love Casey's balls. should put Casey's balls in their mouth.
That's right.
No.
Casey's balls taste great. Less
Dad,
filling.
Especially in the morning.
tasted them yet, so I can't verify that.
Less filling.
Dad, right-handed.